Hello and welcome to See This If. Yes, after an unexpected long hiatus, I am coming crawling back, hopefully. Talking about crawling, this week's film features a character rather good at it. Let's have a look at the trailer.
My dear Frodo, you asked me once if I had told you everything there was to know about my adventures. Well, I can honestly say I have told you the truth. I may not have told you all of it.
Bilbo Baggins. I'm looking for someone to share in an adventure.
I can't just go running off into the blue. I am a Baggins.
Wait!
Of Bag End.
Bilbo, allow me to introduce Fili, Kili, Oin, Loin, Darlin, Balin, Biffer, Buffer, Bumper, Dory, Ori, and the leader of our company, Thorin Oakenshield.
Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, the pines were roaring on the height, the winds were moaning in the night, the fire was red, it flaming spread, the trees like torches blazed with light.
I cannot guarantee his safety,
Understood.
nor will I be responsible for his fate.
You'll have a tale or two to tell when you come back.
Can you promise that I will come back?
No. And if you do, you will not be the same.
My name is Bilbo Baggins.
Bagginses. What is Bagginses? Precious.
Okay, so I'm not a big fan of the Tolkien-Jackson series. I thought Return of the King didn't know when to end, and then Peter Jackson decided to bring out an extended version, which lasted a good 4 hours. So Lord of the Rings really is only for the die-hard fans. Not wanting to hang up the cash cow on its proverbial post, though, Jackson comes back with the prequel, The Hobbit. The book is shorter than The Lord of the Rings, and yet the studios thought it best to split the book up into 3 and milk it for 3 years in a row. It is a blessing then that Tom Cruise has decided to release films at the same time for those of us not interested in small people wandering around a vast land, getting angry and then singing a song. Oh wait, that is a Tom Cruise film. Scratch that. Anyway, I'm not here to bitch about The Hobbit, as I'm sure most of you that watch this video will disagree with my comments regarding it. Instead, I went to see it because of the revolutionary new technology in cinemas called HFR, or High Film Rate, which means the film is shot at twice the speed it is usually to make it more real. You see, an hour is 60 minutes. A minute is 60 seconds, but a second is 24 frames in cinema language. So therefore, the film rate for this film is 48 frames. I can't really explain it that well. It is something that has to be seen to be believed. I went to see The Hobbit specifically for this reason. Shows how much of a geek I am. Unfortunately, this innovation in technology makes the film almost too real. I feel like I was on set with the actors, and that isn't a good thing because the sets weren't brilliant, especially in the first part. Secondly, due to the HFR, the film looked like it was on fast forward. Everybody's lips, especially Ian Holmes and Ian McKellen's, moved far too quickly. Not sure whether this was the fault of the cinemas or that it was supposed to look like that. Either way, it looked terrible. Also, the sound quality was poor. Every time a character was off screen, the character's voice was mumbled and could not be heard. Okay, if this was real life, but when the character who is being spoken to replies in such a fashion that only having heard what was previously said will make everything clear, it is rather annoying. HFR does not suit The Hobbit. I felt like it was a live stage show and used only to try and promote the film further. It may work for other films, but this genre it does not fit. The suspension of disbelief was taken away from me, or suspended if you will. As for the film, well, like I said, not a fan of the stories, and you really have to be to enjoy this. I boiled it down to another journey to a mountain to destroy something. In Lord of the Rings, it was a ring. In The Hobbit, it is a dragon, and we have to wait until Christmas 2014 before we see that happen. For me, this film is nothing but a cash cow for the studios. I appreciate the success of Lord of the Rings and what it's done to the cinema, but The Hobbit feels unnecessary. See this if you are curious like me about HFR, or you are a big fan of the Lord of the Rings series. Otherwise, there are plenty of other films that are close to being released or out now to watch, and they're probably a better choice.